Hey everybody, thanks for getting back to me. I'm late right now because I had to walk my dogs. Sorry about that. So, anyways, thank you for coming to Marty in the Mystery Box. Um, yeah, we had a nice walk. Dogs are normal. It was my birthday yesterday, so I just turned 55. Um, okay, let's get right into this. So, if you're waiting for page three out of the book, so I'm going to read page three to you right now. So, as Martin and the boss arrived together, the boss said to Marty, the secretary Susan said, "Oh, you're late." Marty replied, "So are you." This is what we read beforehand. Marty said, "So what were you doing last night?" to the secretary. Secretary said, "Oh, I had a couple of drinks with a couple of fellas, and that's why I'm late." I said, "Okay." So I'm going to read this to you just how I wrote it because I got told from a subscriber that when I try to explain it to you, it makes you sound awkward. So I'll read it. So Marty ignored her focus. He ignored her focusing on the Evans account. Fuck, the Evans account. It's worth millions. Mark will kill me if I lose this account. Then the intercom said, "Marty, please come to the office." And Marty thought to himself, "Oh, my boss, Mark. All he can think about is money and woman." So he said, "Okay." He just took a deep breath and started heading towards the office door, knocked on it. He heard his boss say, "Marty, come on in." So as Marty entered Mark's office, he sat down and said, "How you doing, Mark? I told you I wouldn't be in today because I'm sick." Mark replied, "This is very important to me. The Evans account is very, very important to me." I said, "What do you want to know?" "The lady Angela, who owns the account, is a war bitch from hell, and she's like Satan's spawn, and she hates your guts. Even you breathing irritates her. Should I go on?" Mark said, "Listen, Marty, when I started this company, I had to deal with lots of crazy bitches like her. Before I got married to my sweet, loving wife, I was thinking all the girls are crazy bitches." I said, "Mark, that's really nice about your life story, but can I leave now?" Mark said, "Oh, go ahead. You don't look well. Go home and deal with the crazy Angela yourself." Mark said. Marty got up and he just remembered the box. Fuck. I almost forgot to look and get the box. So as he was leaving, the secretary Suzanne said, "Bye, asshole," and gave him the finger. Marty whispered in the secretary's ear, "Hey, you got something on your skirt and you better hurry up and clean it up before Mark's wife takes him out for lunch." Marty approached his car. There it was, the box with the cross on it, right where I left it. He jumped in, drove home, traffic fee, no beggars. So Marty thought, why don't I get a coffee? So as he pulled in Tim Hortons, all he noticed was all these Indians taking orders. He muttered, "I wish there was a white person here." Then the box suddenly glowed, and suddenly someone white appeared. "Could I take your order, please?" I said, "One coffee, please." She said, "That'd be $1.50, please." I said, "Thank you." And that was it for that. So it was kind of funny with the Indians. I wasn't trying to be racist. I was just kind of funny. But you know what? That story tells me today. So I went there. It's Tim Hortons, right? Mind my own business. I asked for 4 coffees. They gave me 6. I asked for a BLT. They gave me a BLT with no bacon. And I said to them, I said, "Excuse me, I don't understand. I ordered this stuff and I couldn't understand what he said." And he goes, "Can I give you Timbit?" And Timbit? And I said, "No, no." The bill was $11. I got no bacon on my BLT. I got 4 coffees instead of 6. And I paid for "Oh, I'm so sorry, sir." And then the manager, I said, "Can I speak to your manager, please?" Not trying to be an asshole, but I can be an asshole. Then he goes, "I don't, what?" And I said, "Manager?" And they said, "Okay." So the manager came and I said, he goes, "Oh, what is wrong?" Like, I'm not trying to fake their accent. I don't know how they talk. Anyways, he said, "What's wrong?" And I told him, I explained to him. He was very nice. He said, "Okay, we'll give you your money back." I said, "Okay." And then they both went behind to the side and started talking. And he came back. He said, "Sir, would you like a couple of donuts instead?" I said, "Sure." So he gave the donuts and everything. So I asked him for a certain donut. He gave me the wrong donut. So I get home. Rose goes, "Oh, where'd you get this?" And I explained the whole detail to her. She said, "Oh, okay." So that's that story. Pretty good. Wife and family are watching the Jays game tonight. I hope they win. I also got told I'm doing a lot of ums and stuff, and I don't mean to be, but I'm starting to relax more. Okay, so again, so I'm going to do a reading on Marty, the main character's background, just general knowledge about what Marty displays and how he is as a character. Okay, so I actually have to read this. So if I don't look at you directly and follow, then I don't take offense to it. So, anyways, Marty isn't your average guy. If you saw him on the street, he wouldn't stand out. Maybe a worn jean jacket, ripped jeans, t-shirt, work boots. He's a very quiet type. He keeps to himself. Likes metal, stuff like that. But if you saw him at Tim Hortons or somewhere and you're sitting across from him for 5 minutes, you'd feel the stillness in the air. It changes when you look at him. You say to yourself, there's something sharp, something tuned in about this guy. Marty just works as a plain welder fitter. Nothing good, nothing to talk about, basically. And then he looked in the paper and he noticed an ad for an intern. And it said apply to Evans Financial Estate. So Martin thought, okay, he'll do that. So we brought up, they interviewed him and they hired him. So Mark basically gave him a chance, right? And said, okay, we'll hire you. So then Martin, for Mark, all he does is basic paper pushing, checking death benefits, reviewing old tax forms. Nothing really consistent, just Mark trying to show him the way of life. So he thanked Mark a great deal. He's been working for Mark for now 5 years. But one thing, Mark thinks Martin as just basically a paper pusher person who has no life, wear Aussie shirts and ripped jeans, and just tries to help him out. But meanwhile, Martin's more than that. Most people would leave it alone, but Marty comes across things what he's not supposed to do. He comes around like mistakes, patterns, lights going on and off, just weird stuff where no one else can find about him. More than Marty meets the eye. A lot of people don't know Marty. Marty gave him a chance on nothing he had really to do. Mark just thought he was a low-life, paper-pushing person who just needed a job. And Mark was okay. Needed a job. So here's what you don't know about him, about Marty. He's got a tattoo under his wrist of a scorpion with the letters DBL. No one knows what it means, not even his wife Rose. She once asked him, he just said it's a reminder of what he never said to her when he met her. Rose is his rock, little fiery, a little bit stubborn, can be a bitch, but she's grounded to earth. And their dogs, Chevy, Kia, and Kelsey, are just their pets, part of their life, like kids they never had. And they love their dogs. So you're probably thinking, why Marty? Why is he looking for a new job? He's a good welder fitter. He just wanted to get out of that craze. He's getting older now. He didn't want to fit and weld anymore. So he thought when he saw the ad in the paper about applying for a financial company, doing taxes and stuff like that, that's where he met Mark. And Mark gave him a chance. So I put, why Marty? So why Marty? Why is Marty the way he is in life? This quiet guy in Southern Ontario, why does supernatural stuff gravitate to him? Is it for his scorpion tattoo? Is it because his birthday is October 31st on Halloween? Some say it's fate. Others say he's born like the devil's bloodline. Goes back to sacred curses through life. There's even a theory that Marty isn't just a normal guy. He's a guardian, a balance, a judgment, an earth angel with souls just desperately telling him the secrets of life. But strip all that away, the tattoos, the glowing box, the secret files, and you still have the same man. Quiet, loyal, sharp as a knife, but kind of a fucking asshole in life. He doesn't like being pushed around. And whether you like him or not, he's got a heart of stone. Even supernatural people, ghosts, lights, he brings the people from the dead closer to the truth. One step danger all the way. But he's not running. That's not Marty's way. He faces it straight on. Sharp eye, maybe sarcastic, under his breath, because he knows that he was made from God and he will fight what the devil brings to life. Okay, so that's your. I kind of stumbled on a couple of words, but in the book it's a lot better. But besides that, if we had to go beforehand, I made the character Marty as me, and I made him as kind of bored being in industry all his life, breaking down stuff like that. So I thought I'll give that little bit of advice. He was a welder fitter, did this for many years. But then I also want to say how in the book, basically, he's just tired, and that's why he went for the new route of working for Mark's real estate industry. And it's really bad that when I try to read you the pages of the book, right? I either add words or take words away, and there's no reason to it. It's just a natural instinct where, because I'm Marty, and it's like I want, when you're reading something, you say I, of course you say Marty, or you're reading 3 pages in your mind because you know the story because you wrote it. But okay, I'll leave you with that. I hope the Jays win. I'll come on tomorrow night and we'll do a thing about Angela, the bitch from hell. And I got a little background thing on her. But besides that, I hope you enjoyed the 3rd page. Here I go again with the I gotta stop that. Okay. Have a great night. Let's root for the Jays and hope everything goes well. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you. Take care.